Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today, we'll be talking about an old ladies Datejust, or in other words, a Datejust 26 from Rolex. This one, reference number 69173. It has the silver Jubilee dial, 18 karat yellow gold two-tone, stainless steel, Jubilee style bracelet. All right, I'll be going over the case, the bezel, dial, the crown functions, as well as the movement, and the bracelet. I'll be giving my thoughts on all these throughout the video. All right, so starting off, again, we have a 26mm case. That's from the 2 to 8 o'clock position, or 2 to 7 rather, and the 10 to 4 position. So that's effectively the diameter of this watch, right? Nice and thin, I believe about 10 millimeters thin, thick, incredibly small. And certainly with the overall construction here, we have the screw down case back with the winding crown, all allowing for that 100 meter or 330 foot water resistance below sea level. Nice brush finish along the front of this case, as you would expect from a mid-90s watch. This one is also a T serial, meaning it was from 1996 thereabouts. Right, so we have a nice high polish along the sides of this case as well to nicely contrast with the front of the case, nicely brushed finished. On top of the brush finishing, we have this yellow gold fluted bezel. The yellow gold is Rolex's own Rosor, what they call, meaning sort of implying that the two-tone here is to say that this is all a full steel construction. However, there's some gold with steel added to it to give it a little bit of durability and strength, and certainly this one has stood the test of time. We have the fluted bezel, originally made to screw directly onto the case as a means of keeping this case water resistant, but you know, that's actually not really necessary because modern advancements, even in the 90s, made it such that, you know, wasn't really necessary for that water resistance. So it's just there as a mark of distinction, so you know that you're dealing with a Rolex, and it's always in gold, so in this case, yellow gold to give it that little extra bit of pop. All right, I literally can't zoom in anymore. This is the Jubilee silver Jubilee dial. As you can see, it says Rolex multiple times in the background there, and as I move it back and forth in the light box, you can see the sunray patterning sort of revealing that Rolex texture actually. All right, gives it a little bit of extra flair, and it's something that, you know, when I'm looking at my monitor, it's just not impressive, but if you look at it with your own eyes, oh, it's far better. It's just something that you need to see with your own eyes. But aside from that, we have around 18 karat gold applied index hour markers with round diamonds set into all of the hours here. Nice and distinct, very easy to read at any angle as long as you have the light to do so. Also on the dial, we also have these little minute markers so that you can easily set the time nice and accurately. And when it comes to setting the time, it is as you would expect. All right, simply unwind the crown to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch. All right, nice and easy. About 20 to 30 full winds is all you need to get to the full power reserve. You don't need to screw it all that much more than that. Once you start feeling the damping and the resistance ramping up, that's when you know you've reached the full power reserve. Pull it out to the next position. You can adjust the date by not turning it counterclockwise on the Datejust as you would on a Datejust 31, but you can still rotate it clockwise about a quarter turn to advance the date forward. And note that the font for this this date wheel from the mid-90s gives it a very bold look, much bolder than you would typically find on a larger scale model like a Datejust 36 or 41. But it makes it easy to read, right? And if you find yourself, say on the 30th of a month and tomorrow is the first of the next month, simply just rotate it once and you'll be on the first once the hour hand rolls around. All right, nice and easy. pull the crown out to the next and final position. This actually stops that seconds hand for that hacking feature and function, so you can then set the minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go. All right, be sure to press the crown in to start up that seconds hand once more and screw it tightly back against the case to ensure that superior water resistance. Nice and easy. So what allows this to work? It is the in-house made movement. I believe it is the 2135. Yes, 2135. Beats at a vibration rating of 28,800 vibrations per hour, or 4 hertz. It has a 42-hour power reserve. You can't see through the case back because, well, I'd rather have a watch that runs accurately, even better yet precisely, as is certified superlative with the chronometer certification printed on every dial. All right, and also it has the heat, water, and magnetism resistance, as well as the shock resistance that you would come to expect with the Breguet overcoil hairspring, the Glucifer balance wheel, I believe, as well as just all the things that Rolex puts in with their movements. But this movement is specifically is incredibly tiny. I don't have the exact measurements because I'm too scared to pull it out of the case myself, but I have seen this movement. It's impressive how they get this thing to work, just like the 36mm watches. But anyway, enough said. This one has a 42-hour power reserve, so you can set this down for about almost 2 days and pick it back up, and no need to wind the watch. Simply the bidirectional winding on the inside allows it to wind automatically. Just the simple movements of your wrist will keep it wound nice and full. You also have this Jubilee bracelet, 5-piece links across, with the 3 center links being a high polish, the 2 outer links being a satin brush finish with that steel, and on sides a high polish as well. Also note, looking through the side of the profile of this bracelet, the gold links are hollow, so you get additional weight savings there. You may need to wash it a little bit more thoroughly to, clean it out if you really need to. You have the older style Oyster folding clasp here, the light version, but that's not to say it's flimsy at all. It's incredibly strong. You have the Rolex stamped logo on the inside, and unfortunately you don't have the Easy Link 5mm adjustment, but you do have a relatively easy adjustment system here. You can take this pin and just simply push it in with, say, a paper clip or an actual tool, and just be very careful, obviously. And you can move this bar inward or outward to any particular setting that works for you. No need to remove or add extra links. All right, and while we're here, I can actually try it on, give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. Now keep in mind, I do have a 7-inch wrist. Your wrist will very likely be smaller, so it probably won't look as comically tiny on your wrist. However, I did, given my body build, I did sort of inherit like my grandmother's sort of, thinner extremities there. So keeping that in mind, it is still comically small on my wrist, but hey, if your wrist is smaller, like say between 5 and 6 inches in circumference, this will fit you much better. All right, down the arm there, not much space underneath the lugs. Can't really expect that much because it is a small case. The Jubilee bracelet, I can feel, if I actually do put my mind to it and pay attention to it, it's incredibly soft. I can barely feel it. It's incredibly light as well. And with this tiny form factor, about only 10mm in thickness, it's more thin than it is thick. It will slide very nicely under any suit cuff for those formal occasions. And with that Jubilee dial, it just gives it that little bit of extra flair to it. It's not just a plain silver sunburst dial, it's a Jubilee dial. It gives it a little bit of extra texture to really make it stand out and pop. And it just says, notice me. And notice it, and noticeable it is. It's incredibly beautiful on the wrist, even my wrist. Screw gender, I'd actually wear this. This is actually really nice. Even though it's a bit more of an accessory for me, it looks incredible and it just feels so light. I can barely tell that it's on my wrist. I have to actually consciously think about it. That's how incredibly light this is. So enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe as well so you can see more videos like this as we upload them, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, new, used, discontinued, like this one, the 69173, the Rolex Datejust 26, Ladies Datejust 26, silver Jubilee dial, diamond hour markers, Jubilee bracelet, two-tone. Find it on our website, jazztime.com. Links in the description below for ease of finding it. And take care. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on the mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.